Welcome back everybody to BeamNG.drive, and yeah, we're doing another Will It Survive episode, and we're starting out with the Satsuma 210 Rotary Turbo 2 sedan. So yeah, it's got a massive rotary engine in it now and a lot of power, new wheels, suspension and the like to make it as quick as possible. So let's see how it's going to do. So yeah, it's ludicrously quick. Even though it's not the biggest engine that you can put in this car, it's the most powerful by far. As you can see, we're getting a real rate of speed already. So let's see if we can survive at full chat to start with. For some reason it's spinning around. That's because of the aerodynamics that are at play in this game, went in air or otherwise. And we've already broken the rear drive shaft, so yeah, this car ain't going to be going anywhere. But let's see what happens to it nonetheless. It's getting absolutely pummeled by the forces that are going through it. But at least it didn't end up in the water. But yeah, the front wheels have been absolutely decimated. But more crucially, we've actually lost the rear drive shaft. So yeah, we're going to have to go a little bit slower, I feel, off the edge of this ramp if we're going to get it to survive. So we'll give it a good old whack on the brakes before we hit the end of the ramp. Though the brakes aren't all that good, unfortunately. It didn't really slow the car down whatsoever. We haven't broken the drive shaft this time, for now. But we are doing a massive barrel roll. This is far from the strongest of cars, being a classic and all, but it is a really good mod. I do highly recommend trying it out if you've not got it so far. Alright, so the drive shaft has lasted this time, but has the steering? Not really. Wheels, well, one of the wheels is twisted round, another wheel has also twisted, but not completely all the way around. Yeah, we're gonna have to try one more time, see if we can get it in a bit better condition. All we really need is one of those front wheels to survive, and we'll be alright along with the drive shaft. But the brakes do not seem to be all that good, so we're gonna have to brake a lot sooner. Oh dear, I actually lost control of the car when I slammed on the brakes there. And the drive shaft's broken again. So this is a failure, unfortunately. The brakes weren't all that great, and yeah, the car is really rather fragile in a lot of ways. So yeah, not a success there. Did survive the once with the drive shaft working, but the steering was completely kaput. Steering on this one is a little bit better, but the drive shaft has gone. So yeah, that is a failure, unfortunately. Right, now let's pick another car. I think we'll go for the BarStore. We'll go for a police version. Go for the bigger V8 version. Alright, so this again is another mod, but it is based on the BarStore, but as you can see it's got a radically different rear end and different engines and the like. It's quite it's quite oversteer heavy on this car. It's got a far bigger engine than the Satsuma did. And we're actually quicker at the top end as well, so this is going to be a heavy hit. Heavy hit indeed. Oh yeah, everything dying on there. Tyres, drive shaft, and suspension, bodywork. There goes a spare tyre. Not much has survived there. Whoa! Spectacular crash though, which is part of the reason for doing this series. To get some spectacular crashes. The car overall has held up in terms of the bodywork, but yeah, the rest of the car in terms of underneath has completely fallen apart. So let's see if we can do any better by slowing down a bit on the before we hit the end of the ramp. still need some speed in these cars, otherwise we will hit the mound that is just before the 100 mark there. If we hit that mound, then we'll bounce back up anyway and do even more damage to the car, so we still need a fair bit of speed to clear that bit, but not too much to break the car. Oh dear, wall, 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 wall. Oh! Yeah, those side angled impacts are the worst. Yeah. The wheels held up a lot better this time until they hit the wall, but yeah, that wall was devastating, especially when you hit him on that angle. It's one reason why central barriers on motorways and freeways aren't entirely rigid, to prevent crashes like that being so severe. That's better. There we go. Oh, but again, hitting that wall just killed the drive shaft, and that's killed everything on the car, pretty much. Apart from the two wheels on the right, that has killed everything. The body has completely removed itself from the chassis, as you can see. Yeah, that is a wreck. That's another failure, unfortunately. We're having a bunch of failures today. So let's see if something a bit more off-road orientated can do any better. And yeah, we're going to go for the Regency, and we'll go for the off-road limo. So yeah, it's an off-road car, but not quite like you know it, because yeah, there's no way that a off-road limo would ever be practical going actually off-road in real life, because you got the really rather large angle overhangs, and being such a large car in the first place, it wouldn't be the best for going over bumps and jumps. It's also wandering around a fair bit then before we hit the ramp. That is a pretty awful angle to be hitting the ground at. Everything seems to have survived fairly intact. The radiator has gone though, but that's not really important. One of the wheels is rather wonky, and the other one isn't all that much better. Oh dear. Gonna hit the wall again at another angle, but it's gonna deflect us thankfully. We're gonna turn the engine off because we're gonna hit the water, so it doesn't hydro lock. Alright, we're gonna have to drag this out now, because it is in the water, and yeah, we can't really drive it to see if it's still drivable in the water. Let's just pick it out. There we go, the engine is dry. Don't know why the engine turned on, to be honest. Why is it not driving? It's not engaging reverse. Come on. There we go. Yeah, it still works. Despite all of that damage, it's still reasonably drivable. Obviously the roof damage is down to me as well as the boot, but yeah, it's still drivable. Just have to use a wall there to get it to turn, but yeah, no doubt that it's still drivable, just not very well. And now we're gonna hit the curb and deflate a tyre. But yeah, there we go. The limo has proved successful. Let's go off the jump one more time. I know it's done the jump well, but let's go off it and go off properly quick, just to see the chaos that we can reap on this car. Whoa dear. And we're gonna roll just the way I like it. Nothing better than rolls on this game. That's so satisfying. Great. Especially in cars that have a lot of elements to them that can fall off. Obviously this doesn't have all that much to fall away from the vehicle, but there are some out there that are spectacular when they get rolling. Oh, grinding along the wall like we're skateboarding. And there we go. I think that car actually survived a little bit better than the last one. So yeah, there we go. That's Will It Survive? And yeah, only one car survived today, and that is this limo. But we had some spectacular crashes nonetheless. And yeah, that's at the end of the day what this series is really for, to get some spectacular crashes out of a variety of vehicles. So yeah, nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.